Hi everyone, it's Sloan Rhodes here. Welcome. I thought I would do a midweek reading just because it's been kind of an intense time for myself and other people, and I thought I could offer maybe a little bit of support with the reading for everybody. And so today I'm drawing from the Oracle of Visions deck by Ciro Marchetti. It's a rather complicated, complex deck, in my opinion. I don't like to use it that often, but I'm kind of on edge and it's kind of edgy. So I thought it would work for today's reading. So let me go ahead and get a card, just a midweek reading for the week of October 21st, 2019. Today is October 23rd. And what else did I want to say? On the Sloan Academy, my online courses that I have up at the Sloan Academy, there's a link below, as well as on my website, sloanrhodes.com. I am taking those courses off of the current website. So if you have previously purchased one of the online courses, how to read Oracle cards for beginners, how to read Oracle cards for intermediate and advanced readers, how to work with crystals, there may be one other one that's up there, you can download all of those now. So they weren't previously downloadable, so any of the videos that you particularly liked or resonated with, you can download them, or you can download them all if you purchase a course. And if you are interested in purchasing a course before I take them down, I am offering 60% off until November 1st. So 60% off is pretty good savings. And you can go ahead and purchase that with the code Final Sale. And you can download the courses now as well, which is kind of nice because I know some people like to share them, and sometimes it's a hassle to have to go to the site to view the course. So anyway, that's happening. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, for the week of, actually midweek, for the week of October 21st, today's October 23rd, 2019, what are the messages for the rest of this week? Number 48. Okay. And I show you the card. Remember, you may have your own intuitive understanding of what this imagery means for you. You may be drawn to a particular part of the image or symbolism. So always trust your own powerful intuition. But as I experience the artistry and symbolism of this card, I kind of feel like there's this Pandora's box that has been opened. Things are coming into the light of consciousness. Now, whenever we are going through a shift, as we are planetarily, individually, in order to move ahead, seemingly, or open up more, or move forward, things have to be addressed, right? So it may be that there has been a lid taken off this week, or you or someone, or your interactions with someone has led to like poking around in the dark recesses of your dynamic, of your interaction with each other, or you may just be allowing more light into the darker, more obscured recesses and feelings within your own psyche, right? Within your own spiritual understanding of self. And so it's kind of like a Pandora's box, right? You've opened the dark box to look inside, and you're letting light in, and then you can't control what comes out, because suddenly what was obscured is now becoming enlightened. Right? And that could, reference you or a situation or whatever. So this can cause quite a bit of stress and feelings like, oh, what have I done? Why did I poke around, in there? But remember, as we look at this imagery, it's all kind of going up into this beautiful crown, right? The crown of consciousness. So it's complicated, It's not like a simple crown. There's like all these like recesses and ins and outs and darker areas. And so the light has to kind of work its way through, wend its way in and around and up, right? Into more divine light. So just be so easy with yourself. And as this occurs, you may find yourself feeling like I can't ever get ahead, right? Why am I going through this again? I thought I worked on this. We are approaching Mercury retrograde as well. This idea that things, coming back to be addressed. Remember, patterns don't ever go away. They come back to be worked on, right? And the more that we have consciousness around them, the faster we work through them again and again and again with less stress, less attachment, all of that. So be easy this week. For me, I really felt a lot of anger, coming up this week as I was noticing, I would say, the anger in others. And I realized that not conscious anger on their part, but deep-seated unconscious anger in others, and I was experiencing it within myself, and I realized that they were actually reflecting back to me my own unconscious anger, and anger is rooted in fear, fear, the inner child's fear that she's not safe or she's not loved, And so a lot came up for me already this week, and I was super, super angry, and I was like, why am I so angry? It's an older pattern, and then I would find that I would cry, anger, cry. Well, actually, the crying, the grief, is in some ways the movement into consciousness and healing, because the anger masks the fear, and the grief allows your heart to open and awaken more through your vulnerability. So there's a lot here, and we see this, so she sort of opened the box, and then all these fairies, or whatever it may be, have come out, and she's like, oh shoot, what have I done? And she may just be focused on one particular one, as I kind of see it here, but there's a lot there. So the ego may try to feel like, over here, look over here, this pattern, this individual, this thing is the thing that you need to focus on, and because especially if it causes you stress or grief or anxiety, and you can say, yes, that feels familiar, I don't like that feeling, but you may also be missing all these other wonderful things that are coming out to remind you of your bountiful self, your abundant self, your deeply loved self. Dreams, inspirations, creativity, connection, There's a lot there. You may even, I don't know why this expression just came into my mind, but what is it? It's heavy is he or she who wears the crown, right? And it may feel heavy, Remember, the crown of consciousness is light and airy, but the crown of unconsciousness is what's heavy. The crown of self-judgment is what's heavy. The crown of anger keeps us feeling our attachment to our egoic sense of self. And that feels entangled, and it feels entrapping? What's the word? You feel entrapped by that. You can. The crown of consciousness can feel like a burden, right? You may feel like you're the only conscious one in the group. Why am I cursed with this consciousness? I see all of these things that are going on in others. But remember, what you're seeing in others exists within you. It's a hard one to come to terms with sometimes on an intellectual level, like, yeah, I get that. But when, in my case, seeing the anger, feeling the anger, and I'm so angry at another, and I realize they are bringing up in me that which needs to be healed. And it's a little humbling. It can be. But that's okay. That's part of the egoic disidentification. the death of the ego, so to speak. It has to crumble, it has to dissolve, so that you can feel the peace and serenity. But you may feel like, oh no, what have I done this week? So anyway, I hope that you find that helpful. I wish everyone much love. I hope that everyone is able to come to the heart as often as possible, to feel a sense of peace when you can. Remember I have that video up, physical feelings. What is it? It's on my channel page. I'll put a link here as well. Physical feelings of anxiety, sadness, all of that. So those physical feelings come up, and it feels awful, right? You feel it in your body. Hold it for as long as you can. Cry through it. Do EFT tapping if you like to do that. There's a lot of videos. I like Brad Yates, his videos on EFT, Emotional Freedom Technique. There's a ton on YouTube if you find that helpful. But hold the feeling as long as you can. Again, cry through it. Wail at the moon if you need to, because on the other side of that is the peace, the more peaceful experience of the heart. So, all right, I wish you all much love, and remember that the Sloan Academy is available for online purchases of the online courses. They're 60% off, and the code is final sale, and they're all downloadable again. So I say it again, in case you've already purchased an online course, you can now download all of those courses. All right, much love to you.